What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about your altcoins today. We're going to talk about the average altcoin in this video, what I'm expecting them to do over the coming days, over the coming weeks, and then, of course, by the end of the cycle. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Let's get into it, okay? Let's talk about it here. Looking at the others chart, we're at about $260 billion right now on a daily basis. We found a bit of a double bottom. We have bullish divergence with these higher lows, bullish divergence, lower lows here. Looking like we had a miraculous recovery, right? If you don't know what the others chart is, you type in others on TradingView. It's the total crypto market cap excluding the top 10. It's essentially the altcoin index, okay? I would anticipate that we are retracing this overall range from a high to a low here, and that over the coming days, the average altcoin would interact at least with this 382 or something above there. So that over the coming days, we can expect an overall pump in the markets. Maybe even today, if not over the next 3 days, something that's going to be around 10%. Okay. Inevitably, I definitely believe that we go higher. We like to go to the golden ratio, and over the week, over the next 2 weeks, I would anticipate the average altcoin moves up 30 to 37%, somewhere in that zone, right? We probably find resistance, we pull back, whatever, but ultimately we'll be on a path that takes us up to this 786, 886, and inevitably to new highs relative to here. When we get to new highs here, the minimum target would be something at about $550 billion, and that puts us right above our all-time highs for the others, for the total altcoin market. That puts us right above the all-time highs. So I think from a high to a low here, what we could expect is that when we break out of this, and by now we're talking about stuff that's end of March, end of April. These are end of March, end of April targets. I would anticipate that the average altcoin moves up something. Come on now. Not every altcoin, just the average coin, okay? Hold on. Some coins will move up less. Some coins will move up more. Most of them will move up something around here, okay? Maybe most of them don't even do exactly this, but it'll be something around this area, okay? I would anticipate the average altcoin sees anything from about a 3x, 3.2x there, to about a 4.2x here. Why do I think we're going to go between the 1272 and the 1414? I'll tell you. That's the minimum target, right? There's a reason why that's your 100 line. That's your all-time high. From there, the minimum target is this very first line. That makes sense, right? That should be very rational. That's your minimum target, so that's why we're accepting that as a potential area to stop at a 3.2x. What this means, again, is that the average altcoin would do at least a 3.2x. There are plenty of coins that'll do more than that. If you have a coin that does more than that, it's outperforming the average coin. If you have a coin that does less than that, it's underperforming. But they're still all going to perform. They're going to do well. And again, these are just for the top, the cryptos excluding the top 10, not including the top 10, okay? If we go beyond the 1272, and I think we do, it's very common, it's very likely that we do. The reason why I think we would stop at the 1414 and we wouldn't go higher than that is that that's $1.1 trillion. And $1 trillion is a nice psychological area of resistance. Oftentimes with psychological areas of resistance, you either fall just below them or sometimes you go just above them too. And this being the 1414 right at that psychological resistance point seems like a likely area to stop to me. But anything from a 3.2x to a 4.2x is on the table. What this means is that by the end of March, probably not even by the end of March, I shouldn't say it, by the end of this next move, which I anticipate this next move to end sometime in mid-April to late April. But whenever it is, by the end of this next move, the average altcoin will be worth about 4.2x, okay? I know my camera just cut out, but that's okay. It'll be worth about 4.2x more than what it is now. So whatever you're holding, and shout out to Dumb Darts. If you guys know who Dumb Darts is, if you don't, you should check out Dumb Darts. I don't know why I keep losing. That's not good. Did I lose? I think I got you guys still, right? Let's see. Hold on. Can I pull stuff up? YouTube, you gonna load? I think my internet just went out, guys. No, it didn't. Huh? That's so weird. It doesn't show my internet on my camera. It really might just be my phone. I'm gonna stop talking about that though. The 1414. What was I just saying? Yes, the average altcoin. It doesn't matter that. This is why I was saying shout out to Dumb Darts. Dumb Darts is a crypto YouTube channel, and I think it's just clever and brilliant what they're doing with that over there. But the reason why I'm giving you a shout out is because you could literally do what these guys are doing over there. You could be blindfolded. You could throw a dart in the middle of something. Just with if you put a board up with a list of the top 100 cryptos, the top 500 cryptos, and you threw a dart at this board, you're going to hit something that's going to give you, at a minimum, a 3.2x to potentially a 4.2x, right? If anything more than that, maybe it's a little bit less than that. Everything's going to perform, whether it outperforms or underperforms. It's up to you to decide, I suppose, or up for the markets to decide. But this is the area that I expect we're going to be at probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks at the most, right? Something like that. And that's just the next stopping point, right? That is not the end of the cycle. I don't think that the cycle is going to end there. I do believe that we're going to see higher targets than that, but this is just for this next move. What do I mean by next move? I mean, this was a move up. This was a move down. This was kind of a move up, and then we broke out, right? This was a move up. Then we consolidated. That was a move up. Move down, move up, move down, move up, move down. Move up, move down. The next move, I think, will be a very large move. It'll be very explosive across the board, and that's because we're breaking out to new all-time highs, okay? And the minimum target, again, would be a 3.2 to a 4.2x. I think that area makes sense. I think I've hit that over the head enough. Let's move on, okay? Let's move on. That's why I think we're going to go there. That's why the average altcoin will do something in that kind of target area. By the end of the cycle, not the next move, but by the end of the cycle, I would anticipate that we're higher than this. We're a lot higher than this. I think that the average altcoin is going to grow to wherever this 2272 is. That's ultimately where I think it's going to go. I don't want to explain why I think it's going there in this video. That would take a lot of time, and I want to move on to some other stuff. I don't really care to go into it right now, but essentially, if we were to project out what the total crypto market cap would be, it would be something around a $20 trillion market cap, okay? That by the end of the cycle, I'm anticipating the total crypto market cap will be about $20 trillion. If Bitcoin is worth $500,000 by the end of the cycle, which is what I'm anticipating, that would make Bitcoin worth about $10 trillion. So if Bitcoin's worth $10 trillion and the total market cap is worth 20, that would then mean that there's $10 trillion to be accounted for, okay? So out of that $10 trillion, because again, the total crypto market cap is not just Bitcoin. Total market cap is 20 trillion. Bitcoin's going to be 10 trillion. It's going to be half of that. There's 10 trillion left to account for. 6 trillion would account for 60% of that 10 trillion, right? 6 trillion here at the 2272, leaving 4 trillion left over for the coins that are in the top 10, right? And that to me makes sense. In the top 10, accumulatively equaling $4 trillion. I should say in the top 10 excluding Bitcoin. Okay, so maybe the number 2 coin and to the 10th coin there, excluding Bitcoin. But that's my thesis, is that the math makes sense. It all makes sense. These target areas, these fibs. I'm not going over all the charts right now because again I don't have time tonight to do all that. But I'm just telling you guys out loud some stuff that I've done over the months. Some stuff I've done videos on this before. You can search through it if you want. Probably look up any video that says your altcoins will do a 17x by the end of the cycle. Your altcoins will do a 20x. I'm probably going to name it the same thing. I always try to name them the same so that it's of like a similar series to a certain degree, but at different times throughout the market, right? I very much anticipate that we're going to see a $6 trillion market cap beyond just me telling you to trust me. Let's look at this, okay? I believe what we're going to see is something that's not just at the 2272, but a little bit above it. A little bit above it. Maybe we go to 7 trillion. Maybe we stop at 6 trillion, something like that. But right there, that would imply that the average altcoin is going to see something on the lines of about a 22x. So again, it doesn't matter what coin you're holding. If you just hold and you wait until the end of the cycle, whenever that is it the end of this year? Is it the beginning of next year? Who knows? Is it the middle of this year? Whenever the end of the cycle comes around, the average altcoin is due for a rough move of about 22x, if not likely more. Why do I say likely more? It's because you do oftentimes go just above the 2272. Maybe you go to a $7 trillion market cap. Maybe that's what you do. I would say a 26 to a 22x is what I would expect to happen. We're at about 260 billion now. I got nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all for being here. If you have any questions, if I'm not concise, if some of this didn't make sense, just feel free to ask in the comments what I went wrong on, and I can probably elaborate at a later date. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.